Hi, future LPTs! Are you ready for another drills? Please get your pen and a paper and kindly record your scores so that you can leave it in our comment section below. By the way, the timer is only 10 to 15 seconds. Kindly pause the video to have more time to answer. Now let's get started. Ito ang ipinagpapalagay na pinakaunang sistema ng pagsulat sa Pilipinas. Since wala namang baybayin sa choices, so the correct answer will be option A, alibata, the old alphabet of the Philippines and evolved to abacada with only 20 letters at kalaunay nag-evolve as Filipino alphabet with only 28 letters. It illustrates how a portion of the data relates to the whole. Again, I won't explain it further since madali na lang naman itong intindihin. Tandaan nyo lang ang mga keywords na nasa question na mismo. The correct answer is letter C, pie graph. What is the largest prime number less than 190? The correct answer is option D, 181. Since siya lang naman ang prime number sa lahat ng choices na mas mababa sa 190. Alin sa mga sumusunod ay hindi tulang pasalaysay? Epiko, awit at kurido ay mga halimbawa ng uri ng tulang pasalaysay or narrative poetry. So the correct answer is option A, moro-moro or komedya. Ito ay isang uri ng dulang pangtanghalan. Who is known as the father of the local government code? The correct answer is option D, Aquilino Pimentel, a Filipino statesman known as father of the local government code and stalwart advocate for federalism. Okay, here's the number 6 question. Nelson Mandela is a world leader who is a model of blank. Tandaan, si Nelson Mandela po ang unang black president in South Africa and one of the important figure as a symbol of peace and equality. Anyway, the best clue word natin sa question is he gave up armed struggle and chose the peaceful way to freedom. So the correct answer is letter C, non-violence. Who was the author of the work that had Inferno, Purgatorio and Paradiso? The correct answer is option A, Dante Alighieri. Nasa screen na po ang mga notes. Just pause the video to read it in a longer time. By the way, Dante described as the father of the Italian literature. And know the stars are holding you tonight is a line that uses what figure of speech? The correct answer is option C, personification. In this sentence, the stars, which is a non-living entity, has been granted the quality of a human and is said to be holding. Na personified dito ang salitang stars, since in reality, it is not even a living being but given the qualities of a person. World blank the United Nations Day every October. The correct answer is letter B, celebrates. Bring home the bacon is an example of. The correct answer is option D, idiomatic expression. Kaninong tula hangong sumusunod? Ang hindi magmahal sa sariling wika, mahigit sa hayop at malangsang isda. The correct answer is option A, Jose Rizal. The thin structure used by amoeba for its movement, changing its shape, and food getting is called blank. The correct answer is option A, microfilaments. Nasa screen na po ang brief explanation ko, and if you still don't understand it, don't hesitate to comment below and I'll try my best to give you a response. Find the least common multiple of 5 to 7. The correct answer is option D, 70. Again, try to watch the Jan Ed Drills Part 2. Doon ko po mas diniscuss ng maayos ang pagkuha ng LCM plus techniques na pwede niyong magamit during exam. What is the total amount after adding interest of 8% on 10,000 pesos for 3 years? The simple interest is one of the easiest in general education as long as you know the concepts on how to solve this even without using calculator. Lalo na sa mga hindi math majors, kailangan alam nyong mag-compute kahit mano-mano. Again, watch the part 2 since doon ko po mas na-discuss ang simple interest. Anyway, the correct answer is option A, 12,400 pesos. What percent of 75 is 15? Okay, let's proceed to our whiteboard. As you can see, nilagay ko na lahat dyan ng mga key takeaways or notes na kailangan nyong tandaan in dealing with this question. What percent of 75 is 15? So, let's solve. First, identify what the problem is. In this case, rate ang kailangang isolve since given na ang base and percentage. Yung base natin ay 75, which associated to the word of means to multiply. Then, we have the percentage 15 since siya ang katabi ng word na is. And here's my solution. So, the correct answer is option A, 20%. Okay, number 16 na tayo. Sino nagsabi ng ang pag-ibig ay hindi pag-ibig kapag nagbabago kung nakakakita ng pagbabago? The correct answer is option C, William Shakespeare. When you carry a heavy load with one arm, you tend to hold your hand away from your body in order to blank. The correct answer is option D, change the center of gravity of your body and load. The direct transformation of a solid into the gas phase without passing through the liquid phase is called. The correct answer is sublimation, the phenomenon by which solid is converted to gas directly. Which of the following food items is best for iron-deficient students? The correct answer is liver, letter D. Meteorology is a very important branch of natural science, without which we cannot be informed of forthcoming blank. The correct answer is letter C, tropical cyclone. Bibilisan ko lang to para mas marami na akong ma-rationalize. Patients suffering from malfunction of the kidney are now assisted by a machine that serves as artificial kidney called blank. The correct answer is hemodialyzer. Next question. If letter A ang sagot nyo, then you are correct. Kapag makita nyo sa question ang keyword writ of amparo, it means the protection or a remedy available to any person whose right to life, liberty, and security has been violated by an unlawful act of a public or a private individual or entity. According to the Bill of Rights, private property shall not be taken for public use without blank. Dito papasok ang eminent domain, the power of the state or government to take private property for a public purpose, which can be done only on condition of providing a reasonable compensation to compensate the owner for the loss. So the correct answer is option D, just compensation. The best keyword natin sa question na ito ay ang if it's a girl caught cheating, that's worse. It is double mortal sin. So the correct answer here is double standard morality, letter A. Why? When we say double standard of morality, it gives an impression of men being superior to women. I'll give you a short example to give you a simple idea. In Philippines, women are expected to remain virgin until they marry, while it is generally acceptable for men to have sexual experience before marriage. In short, double standard to this day come from gender equality. Ang dami pang examples ng double standard pero di ko na i-explain pa lahat para di na rin humaba ang video ito. Again, in this question, Teacher Richard's advice indicating of a double standard morality, letter A. No pain, no gain, no cross, no crown. What do the short statements point to? The correct answer is option A. Tandaan teachers, aside from memorizing the formulas, key terms, or expanding your vocabulary, dapat malawak at effective rin ang comprehension, common sense, at analyzation skills since hindi nawawala ang mga situational questions sa LET, especially in Proof Ed. John, who is a son of a carpenter, eventually learns the nature of his father's job. This is an example of. The correct answer is enculturation. Tandaan, culture is transmitted by 3 ways. First, enculturation. Learning your own culture, it means people learns from his culture or within the society which he belongs. When we say immersion, it is a part of enculturation. Nasa screen na ang ratio ko for immersion. Second, acculturation. Learning some parts of another culture. It means it is a learning na na-adapt sa isang kultura. Like for an instance, Filipinos are a fan of Korean culture. Like K-dramas, K-pop, na nakukuha o na-adapt na rin ng mga Pilipino. Ang kultura ng mga Koreano katulad ng paggagaya ng mga style or behavior ng mga Koreano. A process of learning some new traits from another culture. Last, the assimilation is when one completely gives up own culture and follows the new one. So here's the next question. The correct answer here is option A, decomposers. Decomposers are important organisms to complete the cycle by returning essential molecules to the plant producers. Tandaan nyo lang ang keywords natin sa question. Si decomposer kasi ang environmental cleaners by decaying dead plants and animals, kaya they are important in our ecosystems. Ano na lang itsura ng Earth pag walang decomposers, sa tingin nyo? Anyway, let's move to the next question. Saang dimensyon nabibilang ang paggamit ng globo? Ang tamang sagot ay letter B, kagamitang biswal. Inaawitan ko ang mga alon sa dalampasigan. Ito ay halimbawa ng blank. The correct answer is option A, personifikasyon. Huwag lang kayong malito sa personifikasyon at paglilipat wika since pandiwa ang ginamit at hindi panguri. Which pigments of flowers and fruits are responsible for their change in color upon reaching maturity? Okay, there are three common sources of fruits and flowers coloration. We have flavonoids, carotenoids, and anthocyanins. So the correct answer is letter B, carotenoids. In which of the following medium would sound waves travel the fastest? Solids are packed together tighter or mas denser siya kaysa sa liquids at gases, kaya mas mabilis mag-travel ang sound in solids. Which of the following light has the longest wavelength? Red has the longest wavelength among the given options. Tandaan nyo lang ang acronym for the colors of the rainbow, ROY-GBIV, para di nyo makalimutan. Red has the longest, while violet has the shortest wavelength. If you want to be recognized, have a finger in the pie. So the meaning of this sentence is to be involved in something or are involved in a lot of things. The correct answer is to take an active part in something. Letter B. What figure of speech is present in this line of the poem, The Brook? This second time, he was like a tiny snake. Okay, there's a comparison using the word like. So the correct answer is simile. The Rubaiyat, a loosely joined series of 280 stanzas, has this general theme. Which one? The correct answer is option C, grasp pleasure while you can. Leaves are green in sunlight because blank. During photosynthesis, chlorophyll absorbs energy from blue and red light waves, pero nagre-reflect kapag green light waves, making the plant appear green. Okay, in this question, the correct answer is option B, extreme personalism, one of the weaknesses of the Filipino character. Yumanig ang gusali sa kanyang mga yabag. Ito ay isang blank. The correct answer is letter C, hyperbole. The branch of philosophy that studies the morality of human acts. The correct answer is ethics. Memories of brutality which was so inhumane during the Japanese regime were always associated with a particular Japanese group called blank. Kempitai, the ruthless policeman of the rising sun, letter B. 41. What is the most important element of the state? The correct answer is option C, people. Lahat ng nasa choices are the four essentials of the state. But the most important or sabihin nating the top one out of four elements is people. Why? Because the progress of a state depends on the quality of the population. Simple logic, sino magtatrabaho o magdi-defend sa state during war kung walang tao? This is a segmented worm that can be used to facilitate anticoagulation. The correct answer is option A, leeches. Naturally, yung mga leeches nagsasak ng blood or blood-sucking aquatic worm that has a blood anticoagulant property. Virtual face-to-face communication is made possible by this software. The correct answer is option B, Skype. What does a professional code of conduct prescribe? The correct answer is letter C, moral and ethical standards. What layers of Earth's atmosphere contain these particles? Or kung saan makikita ang aurora borealis and aurora australis? The correct answer is letter D, thermosphere. Who composed the Philippine National Anthem? The Philippine National Anthem was composed by Julian Felipe as instructed by General Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay, here's the next question. If letter A, Antonio Luna ang answer nyo, then you are correct. Tandaan teachers, isa sa mga akdang ginawa ni Antonio Luna ay ang Por Madrid. Which playwright introduced blank verse to the stage with Tamburlaine? The correct answer is option A, Christopher Marlowe, or also known as Kit Marlowe. Have a good bank account, a good cook, and a good digestion. Rousseau is pertaining to? The correct answer is security, because all the given choices constitute to it. Kumbaga, in general na ang security, since family, duty, and investment are considered as a part of being secured, something like that. Last question, which of the following does not belong to the group of reformists? Na-discuss ko na ito sa Gen Ed Rizal Part 2 na nakalink po sa description box. Anyway, gaya nga ng sabi ko doon, kapag propaganda movement, more on peaceful movement ito since dinadaan nila ang gusto nilang sabihin through pen or tongue. Among the choices, alam na natin na si Emilio Aguinaldo ang tamang sagot since hindi siya part ng propaganda movement. I hope this video helped you. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications if it did. Thank you!